and honestly, do a little blip. Hi guys, Alex Peak Performance Reviews, welcome to another vlog. I'm here on the Ford stand, Ford UK. Thank you very much Ford UK for allowing me to drive in the Mustang GT. It's the Bullitt edition, so special edition. Links in the bio to my last vlog of the Mustang GT, so if you want to find out what I thought of the last one, basically I did like it, click up there, watch that first and then come back and watch this. Going to be go out on this, going to be really good. Another 15 horsepower over standard, enlarged, extra bigger throttle body, different exhaust you'll see from the quad tailpipes, and bigger tyres, alloys and aesthetic bits. But yeah, I'll show you some b-roll and bits around the car. But yeah, enjoy the drive out with me. So yeah, time to go out in the Bullitt MPO 17. Look at that, limited edition, beautiful Recaros. We'll get you some more b-roll in the mo. But yeah, lovely place to be. Let's start her up. I'm guessing it's going to sound really nice. Let's have a look. And just start down here. Oh, nice little sweep. Let's do that again. Turn it off. Let's have a look at this. Awesome. Like that. So yeah, proper H pattern gearbox. Much nicer interior, nicer looks on the outside of the car, and a limited run car, so really good. Should be epic. Like I say, 6-speed gearbox, proper H pattern. Yeah, let's go out and drive it and enjoy. It does that V8 thing where it rocks and rotates the car side from side, but it's lovely. I love that. But I'll show you some of these other modes just really quickly. If you use the toggle switch, drag strip mode as well, we didn't use that. Snow and wet, which is cool. Changes all the dials in the cluster. Normal. Sports Plus. And they've all got different kind of instrument cluster gauges as well, which is awesome. So I'll put it back into normal. But yeah. That's just here. That's the steering as well, and you can adjust the feel of the steering as well. So it gives it a lot more heavy feel on sports, which does really feel really nice. I prefer that. So yeah. So yeah, we're out in the Mustang Bullitt, so Mustang GT Bullitt, limited edition. Obviously, we all know you know what this car is famous from. And if you don't, then you need to be shot really, or you need to go and watch the film Bullitt. If you haven't seen it, where have you been living? Even if you're young, old, you should and you need to go and watch that film. There's some absolutely epic kind of car chases in that film. Some of the best of any films that are out there. I would put some b-roll in there for you and show you a bit of the film. Probably I'm not allowed to because I'll get a copyright, so I'm not going to do that. But anyway, limited edition model car. So obviously you've got the little instrument on the bottom, and you've got 4 kind of levers, quite simple toggle switches to use, and you can just flip them to go through the different modes. If you go into race track mode, it basically goes into mode, and a display that looks much like the new Ford GT model car, which is absolutely superb. It goes epic, and it shows you the sweeping dash gauge of the RPM from left to right. Really like a kind of almost like a fighter pilot cockpit. It looks really good, and the RPM goes across to the middle, goes across to the right hand side, so it goes to the point of red line. And you also have these bits much like the Hyundai i30N, where it basically has a shift light display as well, which is cool. And straight away it goes across to the middle. Like I say, I'm in Sports Plus mode, so I'm going to toggle one and put it in. And you also have these racetrack mode, make sure that Hyundai i30N, where it basically has a shift light display as well, yeah, which is cool. But straight away this car feels sporty. Like I say, I'm in Sports Plus mode. I'm going to toggle one, I'm going to put it into racetrack mode, and yeah, it should be pretty loud now. So let's nice little downshift and kind of throttle matching, little throttle bit. So 450 horsepower now. and it still does that thing. I said this before in my last review. If you haven't seen it, like I say, go and watch that review of my old video on the Mustang GT. Basically it does this real good characteristics of an old school Mustang, and when you put your foot kind of on the throttle and you mash the floor, you get basically that bonnet lift, which I love. I'm going to just give this a little bit of a push around here. So it's in racetrack mode, rear standing track. Brakes are great as well, lovely pedal feel. Biting points right up the top, very, very high. You don't get a spongy feel or a lot of travel before you get brake performance. Brakes great. Front end's beautiful, grip's beautiful. Nice little throttle match, as you probably hear. Concentrating a little bit, so I'm going to go a bit quiet. It's bloody brilliant. It's so good. Nice little test. Love that throttle match. It is absolutely bloody brilliant, and I loved the GT before. I loved that car, and it for me is one of those cars. It's the most, I don't know, it's a forgotten about performance car, and I don't know what it is. Everyone obviously sees and laughs and jokes about the kind of old jokes of the Mustang finding its ways into crowds and hurting people, and it gets a bad reputation through the memes and people not driving the car properly. But I don't know how people crash these things, because honestly, they've got such good chassis, they really have. See it over the brow. Suspension nice and calm and composed. Obviously you'll see me moving around in my chair. But I'm rattling it around this Millbrook hill circuit, and it's staying in check and doing everything it needs to do. To be honest with you, there's not much I don't like about this car, because the steering input and feel probably ever so slightly minusculely light, a little tiny bit too light for my liking, but still very, very nice, good feedback, good response. Turning is very, very responsive, so if you shift left and right, you get a good response very, very quickly. The suspension reacts in the right way that you want it to, and these Recaro seats are beautiful. And I tell you what, if I had to have a Mustang and I wanted a modern Mustang, I would be on the waiting list for one of these, or I'd be going to Ford and getting my name down for one of these, because for the money, it's just so much car for the money. But this is a proper H pattern, and it's a lovely one at that, actually. Very, very tight, nice short throws, and it just makes an awesome sound. It's got just such a dynamic kind of good front end, good rear grip. That's lovely, absolutely superb. This is the test. Very nice, very, very nice. Alex is suitably impressed, and I love it. It's just, there's so many things to like about this car, and again, I don't understand why people don't sing and talk about this car enough, because it just has so much going for it. It's got a great soundtrack, a great sound, a brilliant dialed in front end. The rear grip is great, and you can have so much fun with it. grip's great as well, through the gear change, low down, just grips and goes. Great grip from these 19-inch tyres, really good. Just give it a little kind of drag pull there and it just gripped and goes. Right, so let's crack on a little bit and let's give it a real good push. Let's go. Love that downshift. Love that. Just love it the way it kind of just cocks this rear down and just lifts that front end like an old school Mustang, and like any Mustang should. So let me just talk a bit more about the car then. So yeah, actually the brakes are really good on this car. After giving it a good hammer for kind of 15 minutes non-stop, even off camera, the brakes are still there for me just when I need them, which is really good. Very confidence inspiring. Gearbox is lovely. It's got a nice little down change on changes. Lovely solid chunky feel with a nice short throw. Steering feedback is nice, tiny bit light in general, very nice with great feedback. Good short rack, which is very nice, which means you can get good kind of transitions and without kind of having a crossover your kind of hands when you're kind of looking for kind of good steer and lock and changes of direction. So it's really good. The car does transition very well. Front end on the car is very good, but the rear stays in check as well. So I think unless you really go silly with this car, you'll find it very hard to invoke bad, dangerous, scary oversteer unless you really need to and want to. I've been really cracking on, and to be fair, it's very confidence inspiring and very foolproof for pretty much anyone, and I can definitely testify to that because I've given it a good old hammering, and it's just stayed beautiful and true. It's a very fun car, gorgeous as well in my opinion, absolutely stunning in this lovely metallic green bullet colour for this limited edition run of cars, or special edition car, not necessarily limited edition run of cars, please correct myself, but honestly, for what you get for the money, the interior is beautiful and the build quality in general is very nice actually overall, and let's say the general quality of the interior is beautiful, and the main thing on the car, and the swan song for this car, is the quality of the of basically the motor and how responsive and quality it is, and yeah, it's got a good bit of equipment as well, which I like, and you can just push it like this and it's just sublime. It's a brilliant car, absolutely superb, and honestly, and just look at this, old school and new school united. Look at this, a fitting, cool bit of automotive driving for me. Driving Millbrook alongside a 280 Capri in a Bullitt Ford Mustang GT. What a car that is, and what a car this is. It seems very fitting to kind of have these two cars together. And on that, guys, I could carry on talking till the cows come home. I think you probably are quite aware that I like this car very, very much. Do you know what, if I had a load of money and I had that kind of chunk of change left over, it would probably be on my want to buy list. Honestly, I like this that much that I wish I had it in my car garage, in my little dream car garage, because I love an old school Mustang. The prices are going up and I wouldn't mind something like that, but I do love the kind of the modern things that you get with this new gen of car and this new Mustang. What a machine. So all I can say is thanks to Ford UK so much for the drive and for allowing me to review this Bullitt Mustang. Links in the bio to all the tech spec and everything you need to know where you can potentially go to buy one of these. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review as much as I did driving it. I'm sure not quite as much as I did driving it, but what a machine, what a car. Ford UK, send me one of these and let me have one, please. What a machine. What a machine. So yeah, as always guys, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.